comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we up?
It's not,
Yes,
not-
it's a lag.
It lags.
Good evening, everyone. This is the General Committee for February 10th, 2026 at 6 p.m. We're going to get started very soon, so let's call this meeting to order. So we do, and I will do a roll call, please. I'm Bob Garza, General Committee Chairman and Ward 3 Representative.
Rachel Collins, Ward 5.
Jason Gallo, Administrative Services Director.
You're up, boys.
Matten.
Matthew Cole, Vice President, Local 3460. Matthew Elliott, President, Local 3460.
Casey,
Free?
Lamar, communications. No, you're good.
Got ahead of you. Go right ahead, Keith.
No, I did. You go.
Keith Free, Planning Director.
Mayor Jamie Clary.
Karen Dixon, Alderman, Ward 4.
Thank you, everyone. We need the acceptance of this evening's agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The agenda is accepted. Now the minutes are from January 13th. We need a motion on the minutes.
So moved.
I need to abstain, but I can second.
Okay, well, I can second it too, since you,
Go.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So the minutes are approved. Are there any citizens' comments, Mr. Gallo?
No, sir.
No citizens' comments. So here we go with the ordinances and resolutions. This first one's a pretty important one. It's the reading of Resolution 2026-05. It's a resolution of the City of Hendersonville, Tennessee, expressing opposition to any state-imposed cap on property taxes, which limits local governments and funding services desired by their residents, and urging the city's legislative delegation to oppose state legislation that would impose such a cap. Mayor Clary, you are the sponsor of this. I read a lot about it, but let you just kind of break it down for us, please.
So members of the State General Assembly, as well as some politically active organizations, want to make sure that what happened in Nashville a couple years ago with the 30% increase in property taxes can't happen again. But they're painting way too big of a broad brush. This is overregulation by a state government.
Yes.
It would hurt us incredibly hard if we received bids back for trash that were higher than expected, or roads that were higher than expected, or police cars or fire trucks. If we needed to raise taxes to provide that service that people wanted, we cannot go above a certain cap or go to a referendum. The referendum is supposedly the way around this, but the state regulates when you can hold referendums. So we would not be able to hold the referendum until long after we've actually set our budget. So it's a fallacy that we could get residents to vote for referendum to allow us a way around this. It's also a fallacy that cities are out of control in their spending. Our tax rate is the lowest it's been in at least 20 years. So we just haven't been able to go back further because I just didn't see a need going back further. This idea that cities are overspending and overtaxing, it's just not the case. There's no greater sense of accountability than when you're an elected official and you run into people in Kroger.
Yes.
So it's they know who you are, they know when your election is coming up, and they know you live. It's not the case for state legislators who may vote for something in Nashville that may represent somebody in Jackson, but it's just you shouldn't be setting this kind of regulation on every city, which essentially sets regulation on every citizen.
But in the other way, we already control by having a lot of things in place, right? I mean, as far as, the controllers, I mean, you got to budget this, you got to do that. So just to make a broad statement like it's out of control is typical of a poorly run state.
And a
Yeah,
poorly
it's
written bill.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
very poorly written.
It is.
And it was so funny because I read all of it and I was like, what? I wish I had a copy of the bill. Oh, there it is. So thanks for putting that in
That
here.
was Jason.
Thank
I
you
didn't
so
know how to
much.
do it. Jason did.
Thank you. It's very poorly written and absolutely it is big overreach. And you're really taking the power away from the voter.
Yeah.
When you put in this type of legislation, and I will not. I'm going to vote for this, and I hope that we're merely, for the record, we're merely asking the board to support as a resolution you writing a letter to the state officials, right? So I'm all for that, and honestly, I think each one should call them.
Can't hurt.
Yeah.
So someone make a motion on this. Do we need a motion on this?
Can I add one thing?
Oh, please.
I'm gonna ask the board tonight to consider this while we're in the 2 week.
Yeah, already got that on there.
I move that we send this with a positive recommendation.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. That one passes and moves to Beaumont, and there we'll talk about the 2 week rule. Number 2 is the reading of resolution 2026-04. It's a resolution to waive permit fees for properties damaged by this recent storm we just had. Mayor Claire, you're on that too, but I just want to add one thing to that. I read this in detail, and I'm for it, but I do like the fact that it was to replace what was damaged or repaired, but doesn't let you upgrade, to be used for different purposes. So that was the important thing for me in there.
Right.
So this is very similar to what we did in 2023 and 2016 and 2010.
Yep.
So, there will be an amendment. I think all of y'all received that. I think it's a worthwhile amendment. Just something we hadn't thought about. It's because more and more people are buying generators. We want to encourage that.
Right.
This is also going to be an item that I'm going to ask for the 2 week.
Okay,
I'm good. I have no questions.
Rachel.
Good. Do we get reimbursed by FEMA for the?
Yeah.
TEMA, not FEMA. But thank you. I move that we send it with a positive recommendation.
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. That moves to Beaumont with a positive recommendation. Excuse me. Our last resolution is resolution 2026-03. It's a resolution to discontinue a period of temporary employment for employees of a political subdivision participating in the Tennessee Consolidated Retirement System in accordance with the state law pursuant to Tennessee Code annotated Title 8, Chapters 34 through 37. Correct. This is just basically saying when you start to work for Hendersonville now, you start to work for Hendersonville. That simple?
Yes, sort of. There might be more. I'm going to have share.
Right. So with this one, currently all full-time employees, when they start, have a 6-month waiting period. And in the past, when we were contributory, the employees could submit for buying back that time, and even today, those have to pay for that 6-month period of time. Back when the city moved to non-contributory, we're on the hook regardless. They still have to go through the motions and apply for the time, but we're on the hook for paying for that 6 months either way. TCRS is also trying to get all of their municipalities, all the subdivisions that are part of this, to get away from this 6-month rule. It's a little antiquated, and so it makes sense to move that direction and be in alignment with how TCRS wants to do this.
Okay. We're paying either way.
We pay either way.
Yeah.
So let's not make them wait.
It also helps them. It clarifies how much time you have in the system for TCRS. Instead, they can be like, well, did it start then or did it start then?
Right.
So I will move that we send that as a positive recommendation.
And I will second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. That moves to Beaumont with a positive recommendation. Mr. and Mrs. Recording people, if you didn't understand Rachel, just contact me later, and I'll tell you what she said.
Oh, was I too quiet?
Yeah, our system picks up.
It's getting better.
It's better, so it's picking up everything.
Okay, so any other agenda items anyone wants to bring up about or
No.
chit chat with? And I don't think there's any other business, so